Hey people, it's me, Kira. So today I'm going to be filming a video all about my online schooling. And before we carry on with this video, I am back on my phone again because my camera still wasn't working 100%. It was working on one memory card, but the other one, it kept on saying memory card error. So we've sent it back off again to Canon to hopefully get it sorted. I'm not too sure how long I'm going to be on my phone for, but also my cat is there, so like if you hear any noises or like you hear me talking to someone, it's me talking to my cat. So yeah, and I hope you like the background, got my lights, and it's not quite central, but it's okay. So for those of you that didn't know, I am online schooled. So my online schooling is based all the way around the world. I believe they're currently in 17 different countries around the world. I am in year 11, so this is my GCSE year. So yes, this online schooling includes having live lectures. So there is a timetable for each person, like each year group there's a timetable, and then whenever you've got a subject you go to that live classroom. The teachers are very nice. The teachers are even all the way around the world. There aren't just teachers from the UK. They are literally everywhere, and they're very nice, and obviously they're qualified. And it's literally like a normal school. We have a headmaster, we're in different houses. I'm in the Discovery House because they're named after spaceships. Now the reason why they're named after spaceships is because we're all the way around the world, and these spaceships are actually kind of like names like Discovery and like Conqueror. Like they're quite strong and meaningful names. So that's why they're named that. We even have assemblies. We have assemblies every Monday at 4 o'clock and ends at 5. And yeah, so the live lectures, they're called lectures because obviously you can't really do activities. It's more about writing notes down. So I have a book for each of my lessons, and I take 6 subjects, but I'll let you guys know what subjects I do later on because that's one of the questions. My cat, oh, you should jump down, he's gonna jump up there. Hang on. When you go onto school, so you log in with obviously your username, and then it comes up with, it literally tells you like all your progress. So it lists down all of your homeworks, and you do get a lot of homework. You get a homework after every single lecture, but I feel like it's a very good way because then the teachers do know that you are actually learning and that you are writing down good notes. And then yeah, so it shows you like all your homework, and then you've got class pages which list all your classes and like the direct link to your classes. And it tells you like teacher names, it tells you how many students are in your class. They are very small classes, they like to keep them small. I think in one of my classes there's literally just me in there, and then the most, I think there's 11 in my math. So that's pretty good because then it's more like a one-to-one with your teacher, and then if you are stuck they don't need to worry about the other kids because like they don't need to kind of rush the explanation because there aren't as many children there to like cater for. That's the right word. So also on class pages, so it's class pages, it's progress, and when you click on your class, you actually, it's kind of like I don't really know how to explain it. And it'll tell you a bit about the teacher, so you get to know things about them, and then it talks about there's like a section that tells you what you're going to be studying this term and like what the aim is, and then they might have like a different section which will then give you links to all the recorded lessons, because all the lessons are recorded. So if you did happen to miss a lesson for like whatever reason, for example when I was on holiday, then you can just watch the recorded lessons, which is, in my opinion, it's great, because when I was at like a normal public school, say if you missed the lesson, you'd have to copy down from your friend's book, which I mean obviously isn't the best. And the homework, you have a week to do the homework. Every homework will be a week, like that's just like set in stone, like they can't change that. And when you go onto the homework page, it literally says the title of your homework, when it's due, which will be a week on from the date, and it also lets you know, so that you can kind of tick it off in a way. And then when the teacher marks it, a few questions were like, how does your homework get marked? So you'll complete your homework, and say if you did it on a computer, you're obviously going to save it to your desktop, and then you can attach it to the homework section, and only the teacher can see it. And if you did it in a book, you can take a photo of it or scan it in to your computer, so you can do it either one of those ways. I do both. And then when the teacher receives it, they'll mark it. I don't really know what they use to mark it. They like draw on it. I don't really know what they do. And then you get it back literally pretty much the same day, which is great. And they will obviously like tick it and cross it, and then they'll add an extra page, and they will explain all the questions that you didn't get right, or the questions that you didn't do, and then they will check with you the next day in lesson to be like, did you understand my marking, which I think is great. So that's that homework. For explaining to you my school, there's also like a page where they do announcements. Say if like a teacher didn't have internet issue, it was having internet issues, then there might be an announcement, so they're going to reschedule the class. There's what's called a common room, which is where you can make friends, where you can chat to everyone within the school. And exam boards, all my subjects are with EdXL, because we do something called HEYYYs. Now the I stands for International GCSEs, so no matter where you go in the country, your GCSEs will actually be recognised. IGCSEs involve no coursework, which is great. However, the actual exams themselves are going to be a lot more difficult, and they only do higher. There's no higher or foundation, it's just higher, and you study a lot more books. So I'm studying 5. Those are all the books that we will be studying and answering questions on in our GCSEs. Mock exams, because I'm in year 11, we're doing mock exams. I know in most public schools they have had them the week just gone, and I know also some have got them this week. Now we don't do mock exams as such. I'll explain to you the exam process in a minute. So we do assessments at the end of each term, because we get given reports. So these assessments are online assessments, and it gets marked for you by like the computer, and then you'll get your results back instantly, which is great. Yeah, so obviously those grades will get put on your report. And about reports, I guess it just says how like active you are in classes. I've never had one yet, but we will be having one when I break up in December. Half terms, we still have half terms and summer holidays and Christmas holidays. They are at different times to my old school and to like other schools that my friends go to, which can be a little bit like annoying at times, because then I can't meet up with all my friends. But we do find plenty of times to meet up, and we can meet up after their school finishes, which is fine. And I actually get, rather than 2 weeks off for Christmas, I get 3 weeks off for Christmas, which is great. So I break up a week before everyone else. So I go back to school when everyone else does. I just break up a week earlier, which is great. Yeah, obviously summer holidays, I don't know about summer holidays because I'm not gonna have a summer holiday within this school, because obviously once I've done my GCSEs I have left the school. So yeah, that's about like holidays and that. Normal like GCSEs, so when you take your GCSEs, you actually take them in the nearest allocated school. Is that right? So basically, like, you can't just go to some random school and take the GCSEs. It is a specific school, but there are loads of these schools all around the world that cater for us online students. So my nearest one is about half an hour away, and they're normally in private schools. My one is in a private school. So you just go in there like a normal exam, except obviously you're going to school where you've never been before. So like, that's like nervous, but it doesn't really matter because you're not there to talk to your friends or like see your friends or anything like that, so that's not really a big deal, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's how you take your GCSEs. My timetable looks like this, so I asked you guys on Instagram if you have any questions about me being online schooled. If you didn't see that, follow me. If you didn't follow me on Instagram, it's official Kira Lambert. So my first question is, are you taking your GCSEs online? No, I am taking them in an actual school. Do you think they'll be easy or hard? Hard. Do you think homeschooling is better than public school? So yes, because you don't get the class disruptions, and it's like more one-to-one, and personally I prefer more of a lecture style lessons anyway, because I love writing down notes and making them look all pretty, and like colour coordinating them because they stay in my head more. Why did you leave your public school? I left my school because well, it wasn't like it wasn't because I was being bullied, it wasn't because I didn't have any friends, it was nothing like that. I had lovely friends, obviously I'm still in contact with them now, and it wasn't to do with anything like that. It was literally like a decision I took on my own. I have dreamt of being homeschooled for years, like it's always been something that's like, oh, I wish I was homeschooled, you know, yeah, I just kind of felt the time was right, because it is closer to my GCSEs and this will give me a lot more time to study. And of course I miss my friends from my old school, but I have made new friends doing online schooling, which is great. So yeah, it wasn't anything like bullying or lack of friends. The teachers were really nice as well. It was nothing to do with that, it was actually just like my own personal thing, and obviously I want to it's my dream. I want to be an actress when I'm older, and I do go to auditions now. So by doing this, because we have more chance to go to auditions, I got more study periods, and like get my homework done during the day, so I don't need to worry about it in the evenings. What's the best thing about being homeschooled? I think I've said like loads of positive things about it already. Do you know someone called Victoria? Yes, I do, Victoria. Hello. She is my online school friend that I made. We added each other on Instagram, and we can just like chat for ages. Do you make friends? Yes, I have made friends. Do you like it? I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. What if your internet goes down while you are in class? So basically, if your internet goes down, you got to turn it back on. Your teachers should know or be like aware that something's happened, because you won't be answering questions, because like you have to be quite like active in these lessons, because it's got like an active bar when you're in the live lesson. It goes like green, yellow, red, you know, or like blank if you haven't said anything at all. So say if you're normally on green and then all of a sudden you go straight back down to red, they're gonna kind of have a guess anyway that your internet has gone down, and then once it's back up, you just go back in your lesson and say, I'm so sorry, miss or sir, my internet went down. And they're usually really good with it. They will catch you up. They'll just like do a quick summary. Do you miss me? My friend Mia from my school, my like public school, said that, and yes, I do. Tips to persuade your parents to be able to get you homeschooled. I didn't like persuade my parents, it was more of a mutual agreement. We were literally like, I always like discussed about it with them, and they were like, are you sure you want to do it? And I was like, yeah. They were quite like easygoing, and they supported me with it, and yeah, like I didn't really persuade them. Like it wasn't as if I sat there every day like, oh, I wish I could be homeschooled. Like I would always mention about being homeschooled, and I didn't think they thought I was serious at first, but then I kept on going on about it in year 10 and I was like, I really want to be homeschooled. And then I like gave my reasons why, and obviously if you have valuable reasons why, like not just if your reason was because I want to be in my pajamas all day, like they're not like gonna let you be homeschooled. Do you get to wake up at any time you want? No, because there is a strict timetable, and I do actually set my alarm for 7:15 every day. Do you get away with doing your school in your pajamas? No. My parents had like a rule, like no, you're not gonna be doing your pajamas in your work. You're not gonna be doing your work in your pajamas, which is totally understandable, because if I went to school, I'd be doing it in a school uniform. Do you know what I mean? I didn't complain about that. That's not why I wanted to do online schooling. And what subjects do you do? So I do double award science, which is double science effectively, but it's called like double award science, so you do all 3 sciences in one. I do math, I do geography, and I do French and English literature and English language, and also I go to extra math and extra English. They're called IGCSE math support and IGCSE English support, which I think is brilliant because it's extra support, extra lessons, and you don't need to pay for those extra lessons, and they help you with your homework. And like in English IGCSE support, I literally have one-to-one lessons, which is great because then I learn so much and then I can get the best grade I can get. So I thank you guys very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. What are you doing? You're like climbing up the wall. So yes, thank you guys very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope this like helped you to understand a bit more about online schooling. Sorry if I didn't answer your questions. I just answered all the questions that was given to me on Instagram. But if you do have any questions, just ask them down below in the comment section and I will try and get back to you ASAP and answer them. So yeah, give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it, if found it helpful, and then subscribe. Yeah, thanks for watching. See you guys in my next video. Bye.